Hello?
Ah, Lisa. Where are you? Come here right now.
Charles. Why are you in such a panic? Did something happen?
It's not did something happen. Don't play dumb. Today is my sister's wedding, remember?
Wait, wedding, ceremony. My name is Lisa, and I'm a working mom at a certain company. I used to live with my husband Charles, but…
Hey, is your bro here?
Jezebel. Hello there.
I'm coming in. So, where's your bro?
I think he was in the living room a moment ago.
Hey, I'm over here, Jezebel. Good to see you.
Ah, there you are. Hee hee, it's been 12 hours since I last saw you, bro.
Ha, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound like we've been apart that long, does it?
Oh, that's mean. I was really looking forward to seeing you, you know?
Ha ha ha, you cheeky one. By the way, have you eaten yet?
Nope. I thought I'd eat with you, so I haven't had anything yet.
I see, we were just about to. Lisa, could you please prepare a meal for Jezebel too?
All right. I figured as much. This is about my stepsister, Jezebel. It's nice that she adores Charles so much, but she always comes into our house uninvited, which has been quite troubling. Because of this, we rarely get any alone time as a couple. So, I decided to discuss it with Charles. Hey, Charles, I wanted to talk to you about Jezebel for a minute.
About Jezebel? It's unlike you to bring that up.
You know how Jezebel always lets herself in without notice? It startles me every time I find her in the house. It's not good for my heart. And if something goes wrong, it's problematic. Can't you talk to her about it?
Ha, so that's your concern? That's what you wanted to discuss?
What do you mean by that kind of thing?
Look, Jezebel is our family, okay? She's coming home to her family's house. There's nothing uninvited about it.
But this is our house, yours and mine.
What are you trying to say? Are you suggesting that Jezebel isn't family?
No, it's not like that, but…
Then what's the issue? You're treating Jezebel like an intruder. Are you really my wife? Can't you accept just one sister of mine?
When I approached Charles about the issue, he became angry. I realized there was nothing I could do, so I began to distance myself from Jezebel. Noticing this change, Charles became upset and started to ignore me. Amidst this tension, my younger sister Stephanie fell ill. Stephanie, are you okay? Getting hospitalized all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm fine. Everyone's overreacting about this hospitalization.
But you must have been hospitalized for a reason, right?
What was it again? I can't really remember.
All right, I won't push any further. Instead, shall I fold some origami cranes for you? If 1,000 isn't enough, I'll make 10,000.
What's the instead? You're exaggerating too, sis. I'll be better in no time.
Really?
Truly, I'd even stake my life on it.
Stephanie, stop it. Don't say such ominous things.
Sorry. That was inappropriate, especially in a hospital.
Whenever I had time, I would go to the hospital to visit Stephanie. However, Charles didn't seem too pleased with this.
Hey Lisa, haven't you been visiting your sister a bit too often lately? I get it on your days off, but you're even going there on weekdays too, right?
My precious family member is hospitalized. Of course, I'm worried and will visit her. So, I'd appreciate it if you'd pray for Stephanie to get better too, Charles.
Getting hospitalized just because of an illness? Seems pretty weak to me.
Charles, if you say another bad word about Stephanie, I'll get angry.
Angry? Don't make me laugh. I'm the one who's really upset here. You're just calling it an illness because there's no visible injury. You don't really know the specifics, do you?
Stephanie didn't want to talk about it, that's why. But she's been hospitalized for quite a while now. It can't just be a minor illness. If she's avoiding talking about it because it's severe, then the least I can do is visit her.
What if she's just being an attention seeker and is faking her illness? That would explain this long hospitalization. If you're neglecting housework over such uncertainties, then stop visiting her.
Enough already. I was so furious at Charles's words that I shut myself in my room for a while. Afterwards, Charles and I barely spoke, and he stopped commenting even when I went out. A year later, as I was in my room, I got a phone call. Hello?
Ah, Lisa. Where are you? Come here right now.
Charles. Why are you in such a panic? Did something happen?
It's not did something happen. Don't play dumb. Today is my sister's wedding, remember?
Wait, wedding, ceremony.
Don't tell me you forgot. I've contacted you multiple times about today being the wedding. How could you not show up to my sister's wedding? What are you thinking?
What contact?
Enough with the jokes. All the relatives are gathered here. You're the only one not here. You're making me look bad.
Well, even if you say that.
We can't start without you. Bring the gift money and hurry up. If you no show, I'll never forgive you.
Charles called me urgently, insisting I come to his sister's wedding. I decided it was time to clear up the misunderstanding and tell Charles the truth. I can't attend that wedding.
What? What are you talking about? Enough with the sulking.
It's not about sulking. I just can't go, no matter what.
Stop messing around. What kind of situation would ever justify not attending my sister's wedding?
My sister. Stephanie passed away a year ago. She never told us her exact diagnosis, but in the end, we were all there to see her off. If she's having a wedding, it must be in heaven. So, I can't attend, and it's impossible in the first place.
What are you saying? I'm talking about MY's sister. The wedding of MY's sister, who's supposed to be your sister-in-law. So come over now.
Sister-in-law. We divorced a year ago, remember?
Wait, divorce?
Besides, I'm at my parents' house right now. It's too far, so I can't make it today. Goodbye. After hanging up on Charles, I blocked his number and called someone else. The next day, an enraged Charles and Jezebel showed up at my family home.
Lisa, I know you're in there. Come out now.
I know this is all you're doing. If you're going to hole up like some mythological hermit, we'll just start a party right here.
Let's party! Whoa!
Would both of you quiet down? It's just that my room is far from the front door.
Finally, Lisa. Now, tell us why you did it.
Why? Oh, Jezebel, I heard you got married. Congratulations.
It's far from celebratory. My fiancé called off the engagement right before the wedding. He won't even tell me why. I'm completely lost.
Oh, really? I wonder what happened.
Stop playing dumb. Everything went weird right after you called him. I know you did something.
So, it started after the call. By the way, who was Jezebel's partner?
He works at a top-tier trading company and is set to be the next president. My life was supposed to be all rosy from now on. All this is because you, Lisa, didn't show up.
Exactly. Because you didn't. Wait, you didn't. Anyways, it's Lisa's fault. That much is clear.
With their faces flushed red, Charles and Jezebel accused me of ruining Jezebel's chance to marry into a wealthy family.
Enough of this. Don't you see how ridiculous you're being?
George? What are you doing here?
You ruined my sister's happiness right before her marriage. I'm surprised you have the guts to face us.
Lisa, I deeply apologize for the rude behavior of my former fiancé.
There's no need to apologize. It's not your fault, George.
Wait, George, you know Lisa? And what's this about her being a company president?
She's not just someone I know. She's the CEO of a company we have a close business relationship with.
No way. Lisa, are you really a CEO?
What the? This is the first I'm hearing of this.
Well, I never mentioned it to you, did I? Anyway, considering the timing, I had a hunch and contacted George. Turns out I was right.
Yes, and I can't thank you enough for that. It's a good thing I heard everything from you, Lisa, before our official registration. I'm really grateful.
After George and I explained why the engagement had been broken off, Charles's face turned a deep shade of red.
This is ridiculous. It was supposed to be my sister's shining moment. And then this. Making your husband look bad. This is just a joke.
Husband, who are you talking about?
You. Enough with the act. Obviously, I'm talking about.
Aha. Lisa's husband is me, the man who loves Lisa, and the man loved by Lisa. Yes, that would be the great Noah here.
Who is this overly enthusiastic guy?
I told you, I'm Lisa's husband, Noah.
No, no, no! I'm Lisa's husband.
You're mistaken. Charles, we've been divorced for quite some time. Remember when I went to visit Stephanie in the hospital? You slapped the divorce papers in front of me. It was good timing, so I filed them.
What? You filed them? The divorce papers? I meant that as a joke. Are you kidding me? You really went ahead with it. Have you gone mad?
What are you even saying? The one who's off is you, treating Lisa's sister like a stranger. Who does that?
Indeed. I really can't understand where you're coming from.
We were finally able to clear up Charles's misunderstanding with the help of George. However, Charles still seemed unwilling to back down.
Even if that's the case, not coming to Jezebel's wedding is a separate issue. I tried to contact Lisa numerous times. Ignoring all of that, isn't that even weirder?
It's not so much ignoring as it is. I've blocked you, Charles, so I don't get any messages from you in the first place. That's why I only found out about Jezebel's wedding yesterday.
Blocked. How was I supposed to realize that? Wait, blocked. That's a huge shock to me.
He's more sensitive than I thought. You're talking about blocking online, right? Then your messages wouldn't show as read, right? And not realizing that for a whole year is kind of extreme, isn't it?
Who cares? I don't sweat the small stuff. Rather than a sister who's not in this world, you should prioritize the one that's alive and here with me.
As Charles made a comment that seemed to belittle my sister, I was about to retort with anger when,
Enough is enough. How dare you say such a thing?
You never once came to visit her, did you?
Father-in-law and mother-in-law.
could you not refer to them that way? We're divorced, after all. So Jezebel isn't my sister anymore. The only sister I have is Stephanie, who's in heaven.
What do you mean? We were once sisters-in-law, weren't we? Yet you say I'm not your sister and that you called off the wedding. I don't understand.
The one who doesn't understand is me. The wedding was called off because you have all the reasons to make it so. As for the sister matter, if I accepted you as a sister, it would be disrespectful to Stephanie.
That's too cruel. You didn't have to go that far.
Father-in-law, mother-in-law, please help me. At this rate, my sister's rosy future will just turn into a path of thorns.
If Stephanie is a stranger, then so is Jezebel. If you're divorced from Lisa, then you two are a stranger, Charles. I see no obligation to help someone who's not family to that extent.
Do you know, even in their final moments, flowers can be beautiful. You two, with your unsightly ends, are simply flowers of that kind.
Is that so? You won't help us.
Charles, disheartened by the curt dismissal from his parents, drops his shoulders. That's when I suddenly remembered. Speaking of which, Charles, I sent you a certified letter demanding compensation. Have you seen it? You better check that out. It seems like it could get serious if you ignore it.
Wah! Compensation! What are you thinking?
It's only fair. You treated me like a maid that alone deserves compensation. And on top of that, you spoke ill of Stephanie while she was battling her illness. How would you feel if the roles were reversed? Why couldn't you even imagine that? I will never ever forgive you.
Wah! But compensation!
Don't you get it? Lisa's heart is breaking right now. Anyone who makes Lisa sad, no matter who they are, is my enemy. I will protect Lisa. You better leave now.
Wait, George. I still feel for you.
Regardless of what you say, our engagement is off. I don't even want to see your face. Oh, but I do have one thing to thank you for. I've realized I have no talent in choosing a good partner.
How could this be? Someone, please help. Someone, grant me a rosy life.
Please. I don't care what happens to me anymore. I'll pay the compensation. I'll even pay double if you want. But please, save my sister.
Fool, pretending to reflect now won't help.
You've always been so selfish, from beginning to end.
After all that disgraceful behavior, you have the nerve to say that.
Wouldn't you two, as siblings, be happier together? Never come back. Goodbye.
Maybe in the next life you'll do a bit better.
Damn it! How did it come to this?
Big brother, my rosy life is.
Leaving a downtrodden Charles and Jezebel behind, we returned home. Charles and Jezebel then verified the compensation I had demanded. By that time, a fair amount of time had passed and late fees had been incurred. The amount had become so high that they couldn't pay without taking on debt. However, Charles paid it all at once. As a result of this, Charles, now burdened with debt, had to move and live in a cheap apartment. At the same time, Jezebel, who had been rejected by George and was left with nowhere to go, also moved in with him. They both worked hard to make ends meet. Their life was modest, but things took a turn for the worse when Jezebel developed a severe illness. Although they managed to cover her medical costs through certain schemes, their income decreased, making life significantly harder. Thus, Charles and Jezebel's lives were overshadowed by the illness, leading them to endure incredibly challenging days. As for us, the couple.
Thank you for inviting me today, President Lisa.
Not at all, thank you for coming. I only invited you for parfaits, but I didn't expect you to actually come.
Haka, well, I was surprised, but I do love sweets.
George seems like a good dessert buddy.
Oh, Noah, you like sweets too.
Noah has been completely influenced by me.
Is this what they call a rabbit hole? Lately, whether I'm awake or asleep, I can't stop thinking about parfaits. If I don't have one for a while, I get restless.
Haha, that's not just a rabbit hole. It seems more like a serious addiction.
Noah's totally captivated by the allure of parfaits.
Oh, this is the standard for you, President.
Come on, George, let's get obsessed with parfaits together.
Shall we go? A parfait is waiting for George.
Wait, isn't parfait some kind of code for a dangerous drug?
From that day, our life as a couple returned to its peaceful routine. Today, we managed to invite George to join us in our parfait adventures, and he gladly accepted. Since we have George with us today, we're going light. We're planning on having 3 main meals with 2 additional snacks in between, totaling 5 parfaits for the day. Such proselytizing activities are also an essential duty for followers of the parfait faith, thus, we spent the day indulging in sweetness to our heart's content. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to my channel for more great content. Just click on the subscribe button below, and don't forget to ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload a new video. See you in the next one.